I'm trying to think of something more specific than like, because obviously I think that I do think that hockey players are it's very intense, but like what professional sport are they not competitive intense? Like I think there's
Golf.
different levels to it. I think there's different levels
Joking.
to it, but obviously like playoff hockey, I don't think anything comes close to the intensity of playoff hockey. Um, but huh. I I think the pace. I think the pace is something that I really enjoy. Watch like the constant back and forth. Obviously when the puck goes out of play, there are some times where you're getting a lot of whistles, a lot of face-offs, things like that. But I just find that it's very entertaining to be able to watch that kind of that back and forth, plays on the boards, plays in the middle of the ice, passes across, passes down, shots on net, saves. Like there's just always kind of something going on, which is really nice. I think that a lot of people that are turned off by a slower sport like baseball, this is kind of like the complete opposite in terms of pace. Something that I do find interesting though is that typically speaking, like a lot of Americans don't like watching sports where you don't score a lot, and I think that's a reason as well why hockey isn't as popular as some other sports. But it's a huge reason that soccer isn't as popular in the U.S. as it is in other places. People don't like watching ties, and well, obviously we don't have ties in the NHL, but people don't like watching ties, and people don't like when we're not scoring a lot. So something that's interesting but also exciting is that we're seeing constant back and forth action, but we're not score like you don't always have to see a goal every single time, and that's something that I like as well. Goals are more important. Goals hold a lot more value when you have to fight and you have to earn it. It's not as simple as like you know chucking up a layup or hitting a three, or even in football, like touchdowns are at a premium, but you could score two or three or four or five in a game. There's only so many games a year in the NHL where you're going to see a team score 5 goals. You know what I mean? Where it's not unreasonable to assume that you could see a total of 5 to 10 touchdowns in on any given Sunday. And how many points you're going to see in the last 10 minutes of a basketball game. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, so a little bit of a tangent there, but I really like the back and forth, the constant action, the flow of the game. It kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat. It keeps you in the game. It keeps you focused. You feel like if you look away, you're going to miss something, And curious what yours is though.
Oh, those are good. Those are good. My number one is, and it's what got me into it when I was younger and why it's still my favorite sport.